Look, y'all. Every fucking day my baby daddy come here with one fucking meal for my child. But I have 3 other kids. We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids McDonald's though? Like that bogus as hell. Like you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there he go, and I bet you he only got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even. I'm finna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
Okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
What are you talking about? What are you mad
Them my kids, them your kids' siblings though.
So what you?
So my other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
You know I don't give my food stamps to the siblings.
Listen, is that my problem?
But if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping out.
I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to help my son.
But how are you helping your son when you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings?
Listen,
them are his siblings though. He's not finna eat in front of all his other siblings, and they're not eating on McDonald's. Why do I gotta put?
Bring him out to the car.
No. He's not finna eat that shit at all if you can't bring enough for everybody.
Lisa, so you telling me that I gotta bring? So when I bring my son food, I gotta bring your kids food too now?
Yes.
You sound dumb.
How is that dumb? You sound dumb. You sound dumb.
Where are they daddies at? Nobody told you to talk to them other. You had them other kids. Them your responsibility. They're not my responsibility.
Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all. How do that shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's?
So
you know I get food stamps on the 11th.
That ain't 3 kids that ain't mine. 3 kids that ain't mine. What
Yeah,
like?
they're his siblings. You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me.
No, the I did.
Yes, you did.
You expect me to take care of all the kids? They're not my kids.
Okay, but you still had a baby with me who have kids with other people. I still have other kids.
Why are you recording me?
Because I'm exposing you. Everybody think you such a motherfucking good daddy. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're full of shit in this bullshit. You only come here with one piece of food for one child.
The child that's mine, silly.
No, that's dumb that you can't feed the other kids. Don't feed nobody at all then. He can't take that shit. He can't eat it.
Maybe if you had 1 or 2, I can maybe. You got, it's 3 extra kids. What the f***? You all like going to my motherfucking account, spending money on all those kids. Them not my kids.
Them are your kids' siblings, though. Dumb.
So that's what you gonna go with? That's the one you gonna go with?
Those are your fucking kids' siblings.
So that means
yeah.
I take care of them.
So don't. No, I didn't say you have to take care of them. You can bring them something to eat if you bring one something to eat.
I bring them food every other day. What do you mean?
Exactly, but you don't never bring food for the other ones. You know I get my food stamps on the 11th.
Your babies.
Okay, but I'm saying we share the same kid as well.
Absolutely. So if you want to, if you feel the way about eating, take him in the room and let him.
I'm not taking my kid in the room.
Him down to the car. He ain't got to eat in front of his brothers and sisters. He can come right out to the car and eat with me.
No. You know what? Fine. Give it here.
Thank you.
Give it here.
Bro.
Give it here.
Give
it here. Dumb. He ain't eating this. You.
Why would you just do that?
Because you ain't bringing up for all the other kids. You stupid. Selfish as a like you're dumb as hell. You're dumb as hell. He not finna eat that shit. Dumb.
Take care of him anyway.
Dumb. He not finna do that. If you can't do it for all, don't do it for none of them. Bye, stupid. Thought I was finna take that shit today. Yeah, I had another thing for him today. No, he can't take it today. So the whole world is basically bashing me right now because I'm the baby mama who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided to give his child McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids. I have 4 kids. You knew the situation when you dated me. Our child is the youngest child. So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. That means all my other kids knew him. He was buying the McDonald's when we were together. My kids have to go through a transition of our breakup as well. Like, yeah, me and you broke up, but my kids got to feel it too. So now My kids have to see only one of their siblings get McDonald's and not the rest of them, and they know it's coming from you because, of course, like me and you used to be together. They used to see you. You used to do it for them. But now you don't want to do that for them anymore. Like, to me, that's petty. That's petty. Like, it's not fair. Like, you're not finna give one child McDonald's and not all the other kids McDonald's. Like, I'm not going. And then on top of that, you mean to tell me you can dib and dab and want to do it sometimes, but yet you can't feed all my other kids McDonald's though? That's what you mean to tell me? Like, I'm not going for that. I'm going to stand on what I said, and I don't care what everybody else have to say about it. Y'all could judge me. Oh, well, I could be the villain, but I said what I said. Like, if you can't bring everybody McDonald's, then can't nobody have McDonald's then. Period.
So yeah, I started a video and I decided to do it over because I see she is responding to some of the conversation that people are creating around what she's doing or what she's claiming she's doing. Originally, I was going to say just based on what I saw in the first video, and I still feel that way. It's manipulation. She's trying to make the one child's father a part of her household, right? And that's what I feel. And she said this whole thing about she's exposing him. She's really exposing herself. And I guess this is probably a good example of why some of these guys kind of fall off from their responsibilities. Not that they should, and I'm not saying that they should, but that's a lot to deal with when you're trying to, figure out how to make co-parenting work with someone and they yelling and screaming at you like that. He is not responsible, regardless if he was. She was in. Let's be clear about this. She was in a relationship with all these guys, or something was going on with all the kids' fathers. I don't know how many baby fathers we're talking about, but you can hear the guy state in the video, where are their fathers? Why can't they give you the money for the lunch? Which is true, and I think some people were saying, why not get the money from them and then give the guy the money for the food, or tell him to come pick all of you guys up and go to McDonald's, right? Or I was thinking, like, well, why not just ask him to bring a pizza so all the kids can eat off the pizza? But I don't know how old these kids are. I don't know, I don't know. So, but I feel like the pizza would have been less than what he would have spent at McDonald's for all 4 kids, but then at the same a little bit more than what he was spending on just his son's meal. That's why I put that McDonald's in. McDonald's is, I'm speaking from working class, position here. Like, this stuff is not cheap anymore. Like, you really can't not go into McDonald's for yourself or even for a child and spend under $10 per child. And so, people have to think about that as well. We don't know that guy's situation, and he has one child that he's responsible for with her. He is not responsible for her other children, even though he was dating her at one time. He was not married to her. He did not adopt her children. And yeah, if he has it to give, if she's dating someone who have the money to give like that, or to treat her children to lunch or to dinner or whatever, for Disneyland, Disney World, whatever it is, he will do that. You have to allow people to do what they can do. You can't force somebody to do things that they may not financially be really capable of doing, right? And so it's that part of it. And like a lot of people were saying, custody of his son, if this becomes a problem, because he's not responsible for providing for her household. This is not her husband, and she needs to date with those intentions. If she said she has 4 kids, you should not be dating people to kick it with. Okay, you should be dating, looking for a husband, somebody who can assist you with what you're trying to do. You cannot bully this guy or force this guy or try to embarrass him by putting him online into that. So she is the one who really can get in trouble for that, because that wasn't even, well, she did blur it when somebody blurred his face out, which is a good thing, but it wasn't okay for her to even think to put this on social media, right, in the first place. Like I said, yeah, out of the kindness of his heart, if he really had it to give, obviously we don't know his financial situation, if he really have it or not. She said that he was treating them before, but he could have a new girlfriend. He could have a new girlfriend with kids already. You guys get what I'm saying? His life is not supposed to now center around her household. And he's just because one child is there and he's no longer with her. And then I think she said something about they are still every blue moon kicking it. That's on her as well. Like, you should not be. That's what I'm saying. She needs to date with the intentions of finding somebody that is willing to help her, you know, keep her household going and raise her kids if that's what she's looking for. But she cannot make this man, just because he's trying to show up for his son and build a bond for his son, become responsible for her household. He is doing the right thing by trying to be there for his son, and she really can't ask for anything more than that from him. And that's just kind of what I believe. But I see the hustle in it. Like, if he show up, I'm gonna, try to make him feel a way, so he'll do it. And that may or may not work. Like I said, he could have a new girlfriend who may have a child or two in her house. So now he's doing things for this girlfriend and her kids and for his son. And that's just kind of how relationships go. Like, you can't hold these men like that. Without something permanent. Like, if the man don't live with you and he's not your husband, it just don't make sense what she's trying to do with that. But you guys can let me know what you think about it. Yeah, of course, if he has the money and he can afford to pick the food up, then yeah, by all means, I don't see an issue with that. But I don't think it's for her to say that. I think she can ask him, but she can't demand that from him, is what I think most people are trying to say. She can ask him to do it, and that's the extent of it. She can't force him to do that, and she can't leverage her son either, right? Well, if you're not doing it for all my kids, I'm not going to let you see your son, because he should have been able to take his son to lunch if he really wanted to. That's not okay for her to try to dangle the son if he's not doing what she wants him to do. And that's why people are saying he really could take this, and use this if he wanted to get custody of his son. If this becomes an issue, because she really thinks she's right and she's not. You really need to date with the intentions of finding a husband, somebody that's a provider, that's who wants that position of providing for a family. Let me know what you guys think about this story in the comments. TikTok has all these debates on there, so I'll probably come back with a few more, because there's a couple other things that I want to touch on, videos I was watching. But let me know what you guys think about stuff like this. You can see the potential for the problem. Like I said, it's not okay for her to use the son to get what she wants, like that, or get things her way. And she probably should stop dating the guy or seeing him, as she's saying, if he's saying that he's not her boyfriend, he's not trying to take on a certain responsibility, and then she needs to stop trying to use these things. And that's what I'm saying. You could tell that this guy is the only father that's showing up because of the way she is treating him and the way she's acting, right? So now she's trying to make him the provider for her household. Just don't. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this conversation, and I'll see you guys in the next video.